There's a moment that happens when you've been in the EDC long enough. People stop asking what you carry, and they just assume that you have what they need. And that's when you realize you've become the EDC guy. Welcome to Not Another EDC Podcast, where everyday carry meets everyday life. I'm Mikey, a husband, father, EDC content creator, and gear enthusiast. Today, we're going to be talking about the moment when your EDC stops being about you and starts being about everyone else around you. See, because here's how it starts. At first, EDC is personal. It's about what works for just you, what you like, what you're testing. You're figuring things out. And at that point, nobody really notices. Then the shift happens. And in this phase, something changes. You help someone open something. You fix something real quick. You hand someone a pen when they need it. You know, little moments like that. And then over time, people start remembering what you did. For me, the funniest version of this is at home. My wife will literally make fun of me if I don't have my gear on me while I'm inside my house. Like, if I'm already in the house and she needs something, she'll be like, wait, aren't you an EDC guy and you don't have your stuff on you? And it's funny, but it also says a lot because now there's an expectation. It's kind of the same thing at work. People don't even ask if I have something anymore. They just come straight to me because they think Mikey has it. Well, Mikey knows how to fix this. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything. No, I was kidding. But, you know, it's one of those things where, hey, we got a loose screw in one of these file cabinets. Can you fix that? And I'm like, yeah. Most of the time, like I say, yeah, I can do that. Or I do have that tool. But what does this actually mean? That's when you realize EDC isn't just about you anymore. It's about being useful. It's about being dependable. It's about being the person that people can count on in small moments. And there's even like a responsibility side to it. Because now it's not just what do I feel like carrying today? It becomes what actually helps me show up for people that are around me. That's a different mindset. It's not about being a hero. I'm not saying that you have to be that guy. It's also not trying to impress anybody. Definitely am not trying to do that by having gear on me. It's just the mere simplicity about being prepared enough to help when matters the most. Most of the time, it's really just the small stuff, but the small stuff does add up. Here's the real value of EDC. I think that the part that people don't typically see is that EDC isn't really just about the gear. It's about becoming someone who's ready to help. Not in big dramatic ways, but in everyday situations. Now, you can carry your firearms and different things on you for self-protection. That's another aspect to it, but it's really about helping out the small things. Let's do this. Let's do a reliability check for this week's episode. Ask yourself this. If someone needed help from you right now, what could you actually do? Not what could you actually carry, but what can you actually do for that person? Or maybe you've helped someone in like the last week or a couple days. Fire down in the comments below. Maybe you helped somebody because they needed something done and you had that tool or the skill to help them. What was that? And lastly, I'll leave you with this. At some point, your EDC stops being about gear and it starts becoming a part of your identity. Not because you're trying to be that person, but because you've proven that you are that person. Thank you guys for listening in on Not Another EDC Podcast. As always, carry with purpose, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Waka Padre!